Well, U.S. President Donald Trump tweeted last week that his Trump Tower office had been the target of wiretapping by the Obama White House. Well, today, U.S. senators asked the FBI and the Department of Justice to hand over the evidence after almost a week of speculation overload. So far, no evidence. But the past 48 hours may have changed our definition of evidence in spying. One of the most striking revelations from Tuesday's Wikileaks CIA file dump is how many ways the CIA can watch us. Your Samsung Smart TV may be a CIA tool, for example. And we've also learned more about the CIA's offshore operations. The changes in surveillance laws in the U.S. following the Snowden leaks, well, they sent some projects overseas to stay within U.S. law. In fact, the files released this week reportedly show the U.S. consulate in Frankfurt, Germany, is also moonlighting as a hacking factory. Germany as a major hub for Western intelligence gathering.
Frankfurt, Germany is home to the largest U.S. consulate in the world. It's also a hub for U.S. intelligence services. It's here that a covert CIA hacker unit is believed to be operating. This according to secret documents published by Wikileaks. One of the suspected eavesdropping methods? Turning TVs into listening devices. Malware switches on a microphone, which intercepts all discussions in a room. Perhaps there's a policy that says no mobile phones are allowed into a meeting room, but then there's this big television mounted on the wall. Beforehand, the TV will have been reprogrammed to make the eavesdropping possible. The Wikileaks documents also reveal other approaches that could be used to spy on companies or governments, like in mobile phones or in a car's electronic system. The espionage allegedly includes targets in Europe, China, and the Middle East. The U.S. State Department has declined to comment. It's believed the CIA's special unit has about 5,000 agents in total. Exactly how many of them work in Frankfurt is unknown, or how many targets are being compromised. The German government isn't saying much, only that the reports are being discussed in closed-door committee meetings.
Well, I'm joined now at the big table by Sven Herpik. He is with a foundation here in Berlin dedicated to transatlantic cyber security cooperation. Sven, it's good to have you back on the show. This latest leak, it presents a question. Is the CIA, the NSA, are they working alone, or are they working or even outsourcing to foreign intelligence agencies? I mean, what do you think? Germany's BND, for example, are they working for the CIA?
Well, if we believe the documents to be authentic, and as of now we don't have any reason to not to believe that, it states clearly that the CIA and the NSA are cooperating with each other. They are cooperating with the British intelligence, the GCHQ. It doesn't state that they are cooperating with the BND, but what we've learned from the Parliamentary Inquiry Committee after the Snowden revelations is that indeed they cooperated and they even traded tools. What we also know from the Snowden revelations is that, especially in the American, they are cooperating, they are highly dependent on the private sector, like Booz Allen, where Edward Snowden worked for. And of course, they are also handing around and talking about the tools, the vulnerabilities they exploit. So it's highly believable, yes.
Would Germany's intelligence agencies, would they become accomplices to criminal activity if it were the case that the CIA was outsourcing activities that are now no longer permissible in the United States?
Well,
I mean, I know you're not a lawyer, but when you look at, is this, a way of trying to keep their hands clean by using foreign territory?
No, I don't think so. I mean, what we know now is that in the stash of documents, what are the CIA capabilities for hacking? That they get its information from private sector entities, maybe from foreign intelligence agencies. That's normal. There's the Wassenaar Agreement and also the dual-use regulation on the EU level, which are actually talking of how to incorporate surveillance mechanisms, exploits and vulnerabilities into the existing framework of proliferation of weapons. As of now, I don't see that there has been anything more violated than it was before.
Is it even a story to you that there may be some type of hacking hub at the U.S. consulate in Frankfurt? I mean, is it a big deal for the German government?
We have to know more details about that. What we learned from the documents so far is that CIA agents described on how to get easily into Frankfurt and into the consulate, which shouldn't be difficult anyway if you are working for the State Department or under the cover of the State Department. Mm-hmm. And what they did afterwards, where they went in Europe, if they did do any hacking from there into German systems or other systems, we don't know that. So it's speculation right now. I'm pretty sure that the German government will look into it. But as of now, we just don't know.
I'd like you to take a listen to what Konstantin von Notz said today. He's a member of the German parliament, a member of the Green Party, and take a listen.
I think it's wrong to point into the direction of the US, since the German agencies, security agencies, do pretty much the same thing in other countries.
Now, Wikileaks claims that the CIA, in partnership with other U.S. and foreign agencies, has been able to bypass the encryption on popular messaging apps such as WhatsApp. Is there any way for us to confirm that tonight?
Yeah, it's not true. But let me put it, it's something that was also circled around by other media, which was wrongly understood in the first place when it was published. The secure messengers as WhatsApp, Streamer, or also Signal are, as far as we know right now, even after the publication, still secure. What's not secure is older devices running Android 4.x or older Apple devices, iOS versions 8, 7. There are existing vulnerabilities which have been found in the stash of the CIA. So the CIA is able to actually take over these phones and then, of course, listen in and read everything that's written there and typed there. And
the CIA can do this, as we heard there from a member of the German parliament, the German, the BND can do similar things. And when we also find ourselves talking about the Internet of Things, where everything is now connected, right? Not just our smartphones, our refrigerators, everything can possibly reveal information about us. Is that really what people should be concerned about now? Is the Internet of Things, is that actually going to be the Achilles heel of our future society?
Also, but what they should be concerned about right now is, and also what von Notz mentioned, is that our security agencies are doing that. They're also not doing that only abroad, but also in Germany. We're now having the Central Authority for Information Technology in the security domain, created by the Minister of Interior, which is supposed to do research into vulnerabilities such as were found in the CIA stash.
But the legislation is not where it should be, is it? I mean, it's from the 1970s still, right?
That's totally correct. And we still don't even have a political discussion of how we deal with the vulnerabilities, whereas the Americans are much more advanced in that area. They have a process which is more or less working.
Which is more or less working. All right. Sven Herping, as always, thanks for coming on the day. We appreciate your insights.
Thank you.